Today, over 1 billion children in the world live in poverty. At Help Heal Humanity, our goal is to connect children in need with people like you who want to make a difference. Our student sponsorship program helps provide children with the necessities for a healthy and successful start to life. When you sponsor a student, you're not only giving them the gift of education, you're giving them the best chance for a brighter future. 100% of your donation supports the tuition fees, uniforms, textbook, and school supplies needed to thrive in a safe and healthy learning environment. Sponsor a student now and be the catalyst for their brighter future.
Hi everyone, it's Help Heal Humanity, and today we are at the Good Shepherd. We've made a generous donation, and I want to say thank you to all our donors and everyone in the community who believes in us. This is my dear friend Christopher from high school who works at the Good Shepherd. So go ahead and let our audience know what you're going to do with all of this merchandise.
I just wanted to thank everybody for contributing to us and helping us here through Help Heal Humanity. All this stuff is going to be given out to our guests for free. No one has to pay anything, but thankfully because of you guys and your donations, we're able to put the stuff out for free for our guests to take home and stay warm, especially at this time of the year. The season has changed. The boots are coming in, need to go on people's feet, the jackets on people's backs, all thanks to you guys. So God bless you all and keep it up.
Thank you.
God bless you, sister.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
All
is
right.
great.
Raise your hand if you've ever been busy. Raise your hand if you've ever got tired and feel like you just need a couple days off. Most people would have both hands up right now. That's our world, fast-paced and income-driven. That's why we get caught up in our own lives so often, and that's why it's understandable when most people don't focus on worries that aren't their own. So what makes someone become a humanitarian? Someone whose whole life focuses on the welfare of other humans.
When you go back and you see kids that were living on the streets, kids had no structure, they had no routine, people who had nothing, they didn't have meals. When you see that all of a sudden they're waking up, they have structure, they have something to do, they have a meal in their belly, their life changes completely. They, like I said, their self-esteem changes, their self-worth, their ability to know who they are in the world and what they have the potential of becoming, to give that hope, to give that dream, and then to watch people actually use that to do good for themselves and others it's amazing. It becomes an addiction.
And with Serena's help, we'll find the meaning of life to a humanitarian.
Every time. It always catches me.
Barbara.
Hello, Miss Serena. Oh, you look so beautiful. You always look beautiful. Oh, I like that. Yeah.
It was a rush one today. I had to rush home and get here. So I'm happy I made it. I don't know if I'm beautiful, but
You are beautiful. You're beautiful. You got that crown glowing.
you're
Yeah.
all beautiful. Oh, I love seeing you. It's been a while. Excited to be here with you today.
It seems like it's longer and longer and longer when it comes to us getting together. It really does. I'm like, okay, this is not good. I got to fix that. But first of all, I want to welcome everybody, not just Queen Serena, to the Help Heal Humanity show, which we come on twice out the month. Let me rephrase that. The first and the third, every Thursday at 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And then I always tell people, check out all the other time zones to make it easier for everybody. So it's just, first I just want to say, to everybody that if you are just wanting to come on to show some love to, things that you believe in, like right now, HHH, this is our baby, me and Serena, she just, well, that's her baby first. I came under and I became the babysitter of the baby. So we both just, we got a heart of gold when it comes to helping humanity, especially, helping out the children for education and making sure they're fed. But if you just want to do a shout out, I just want to put that out there right now. Just contact me through Messenger, and we'll get you on the show. I mean, just to kind of groove with us, because I always say, and Serena always says, that when it comes to nonprofits, I feel like it's a community of love from everybody, no matter if you're in different nonprofits or not. It's always good to share that love because you never know how you can come together, and then you can make things happen even bigger. So we just welcome you in.
Yes, I agree. And everyone's welcome. And like you said, it's always for us, it's always about helping others, improving others, spotlighting others. There's no competition, and everybody has a desire to help in their own ways. So, if it's not in what we are focused on, like you said, which is education and food insecurity, it could be other things. And so that's why we give people an opportunity to come and showcase their great work, and our audiences to choose how they want to get involved, who they want to get involved with, and always just spread the word because it's love. It's all love over here.
Well, you know what? With all that love, you segueing into a person, not another nonprofit that was interviewed, and like you said, showing just a little spotlight on them, which I have to say, because I did the interview, we did a pre-recording, and I'm telling you, Serena, every time I see these different nonprofits, it just blows my mind of how many are out there and how much there's a need. And I didn't even know people were doing certain things. You know how we all would be like, what? I didn't know there was a nonprofit for, getting bras. Remember that one that we had? And it was just a phenomenon just to see how much is needed out there that you didn't even recognize until you start getting to know these other nonprofits. And I think that makes it even better when we all get to know each other because everybody's doing something because we can't do it all. Me and Serena can't just do it all. We would like to do it all, but
we try sometimes.
You do. We try sometimes, but we can't. We're just, one or two people. So when you have amazing, in the United States, in Canada, and other countries, pulling together, trying to help in different aspects. To me, like you said, that's showing the love for the world and being global. Yeah. So I want to, before we do this, I just want to introduce, I interviewed Michelle Jewsbury. She is over the Unsilenced Voices. It's called UV. It's a global nonprofit that empowers survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, human trafficking in multiple countries throughout. They're an advocate. They do educating for it, and they have a lot of support services. And I always find out that people seem like that's kind of over the different nonprofits for that cause somewhere, some way, which is unfortunate. They went through it themselves, which she did.
Oh yeah. And this is a hot topic. This is, this is something that, I was even teaching in my class recently to my students, the human trafficking and the domestic violence. It's prevalent everywhere, every country, every state, everywhere in the world, and it's sad, because, I teach vulnerable youth. And, this year in particular, some of the youth that have come to me and the stories that they come to me with is exactly what we're talking about today. So I love shedding light because, again, these are resources for us to show others that you're not alone. It's happening to all of us, and there is help out there. So I'm excited to hear the story in the organization. Unfortunately, I wasn't there when you interviewed because I probably would have asked 100 questions. But yeah, let's go.
We'll do when we come back from the interview. We'll do a little summary, and then from that point, we are going to talk some more about Help Heal Humanity and what's going on with that and what's coming up, because we always have things going on, and we want to make sure that you know about it. So we'll be right back, and next you will hear a little bit about Unsilenced Voices.
Today, over 1 billion children in the world live in poverty. At Help Heal Humanity, our goal is to connect children in need with people like you who want to make a difference. Our student sponsorship program helps provide children with the necessities for a healthy and successful start to life. When you sponsor a student, you're not only giving them the gift of education, you're giving them the best chance for a brighter future. 100% of your donation supports the tuition fees, uniforms, textbook, and school supplies needed to thrive in a safe and healthy learning environment. Sponsor a student now and be the catalyst for their brighter future.
Hello. This is Barbara J. Beckley, and I'm part of the Help Heal Humanity organization. I am one of the board members, and just loving, helping others, and being that lighthouse to the world. And each and every one of you are that lighthouse to the world, because if you just help one individual, just one per day maybe, or even that month, you have put something in somebody to say they are important and they have value. So what we do on Help Heal Humanity show, we also not only talk about the HHH organization, but we bring love from other nonprofits. We consider that as we're all a community. Even though we're helping in different areas in the world, we're still helping human beings. We're still helping either children, adults, wherever that yearning comes in. We're helping. So I look at it as a family. So today, we have a wonderful guest host. I can say she's a host because we're going to be talking back to back, but she's a wonderful guest of a nonprofit called Unsilenced Voices. And and y'all will call Lady Queens when I bring the queens on, the lady women on. So this is Queen Michelle Jewsbury. And she's going to probably correct me, and hope she does. Hopefully I said her last name right. But she is a queen of queens. She is helping so many young people. And we're going to get a chance to know her organization, and also how you can take that action, either if you want to be a volunteer or you want to maybe give some money, donations. Never know how your heart is going to be. So we always ask, to let your heart lead the way, but always know that wherever it's leading and guiding is going to help others in her organization and in ours. So before I bring her on, we're going to have another quick sponsor, and then we'll be right back with this wonderful queen. Hello, lady. Michelle.
Hello, Barbara. How are you? Super excited to be here. Hello, everybody who's watching.
Yes. Well, first of all, Michelle, thank you so much for, basically I put the call out there and I asked for any nonprofit organization that really wants to spotlight and just wants to talk about what they do for the world. And you came in and I was like, yay. I was so happy to see you come in. And like I said earlier, just helping, individuals in the world, to me is just like an added on to what you do. Because I know you're a speaker and you're an author and you do so many other things, but I love the hat that you have on now when you're, dealing with your organization, nonprofit, because I know that that's in your heart and soul, and you help so many individuals. So first of all, give you just a little taste of you, because I wanted to get to know you because like I said, you are like a power pack person. And then let's get right into your organization.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Barbara. And again, hello to everybody out there. My name is Michelle Jewsbury, and I'm a global breakthrough specialist and CEO of the nonprofit Unsilenced Voices, like Barbara said. A little bit about me, I'll tell you my background, and hopefully I don't go over too long. I was born in a small town in North Idaho to amazing parents. Mommy and Daddy are no longer with us. However, I still feel them and hear them every day say, "Go, girl, go." And just how profound it is to have that support system, although they're no longer physically here. Growing up, my daddy was military, moved around my whole life. When I was about 18 years old, about ready to graduate high school, I knew I wanted something even more in my life. And that something even more for me was to move to Hollywood, California and be a movie star. So that's what I did. I packed my bags. I went to 1 year of college, and then I drove all the way from North Idaho to Hollywood. And things were going well, and I was starring in independent plays and films. And I thought that I was on my way to stardom. And my claim to fame is a Papa Murphy's commercial, and you see me for about 3 seconds. But I remember I thought that was the coolest thing. Well, lo and behold, I ended up meeting somebody, this blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy who swept me off my feet. And about 4 months into that relationship was the first sign of physical violence. And I didn't understand that this was domestic violence because I had never grew up in it, experienced it. My mommy and my daddy were the love story of the town, so they didn't yell at each other, let alone lift their hands to one another. So when my head had gone through the wall that first time, I didn't understand what it was that I was facing. And I ended up staying with my abuser, we'll call him Paul, for roughly 4 years. And during those 4 years, abuse escalated. I was emotionally, psychologically, physically, sexually, and financially abused. And it's interesting looking back on that story. It's not about what you've gone through, but it's about how you react to what you've gone through in your life. And when I escaped that situation, I sat down in front of my computer like we are sitting now, and I began to document my story. And it first came out in a play format with my theater background. And I wrote and performed a 65-minute solo play about my experience in domestic violence called But I Love Him. And then in 2017, I felt a calling from God to do even more. And I don't know if you're out there and you feel I've got to do something even more with my story. I will let you know that your story matters. You matter, and what you've gone through matters. And that calling led me to start Unsilenced Voices. And we began in Ghana, expanded to Sierra Leone, Rwanda, and then the United States. And we are doing some great work primarily in the US and Sierra Leone this year. And I wrote my first book in 2019, working on my second full book now. I'm actually almost done writing it, and we'll be pitching to publishers. I've launched a collaborative as well called Voices of Survivors, Breaking the Silence. And it's all about authors who have experienced trauma and pain and how they've overcome. And it's only 20 authors, and we only have about 18 spots left because we just signed on 2 and we just launched last week. So it's pretty awesome. And I travel and do a lot of business and personal development coaching, and just super excited to be here and super excited to answer any questions you may have, Barbara, and talk about Unsilenced Voices and what we have going on and how you can support our mission.
Wow. I mean, I'm sitting here just in amaze, Michelle. First of all, your story and how, like you said, it's all about, and I always tell people that's all about how you react. You know, you can respond, how you're going to respond or react to something that makes it to the next level and how you're going to move in your own life. And you took something that was very, you know, and because I get upset at that, I do. I'm just going to just let you know, because I've been through that, what you went through, and it upsets me. But then when I see women like you and how strong, and that you came across that, I just have like this, I'm this little cheerleader in my mind for you, because it takes time, you know, to get through that. And through that, look what was birthed. Look what was birthed out of what happened. See, and I tell people, you never know. You might think you should be doing something else, like you said, actress and all that. You come, you said, "Oh, I'm doing that, and now I'm doing this organization that's helping so many others." So I want to just get a little bit more detail on the Unsilenced Voices and basically who it helps, and you know why you arrived to that title of the whole thing.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you again. And to piggyback off of what you were saying, Barbara, God turns broken pieces into beautiful things. And I think that's very, very important to remember, because we've all experienced obstacles. Many of us have experienced trauma. Statistics are startling with domestic violence and human trafficking. 1 in 3 women worldwide have experienced this injustice, 1 in 7 men in the US. And that's not including the statistics for trafficking and child trafficking. And Help Heal Humanity, you are doing some great things. And I see a lot of collaboration that we could possibly do together. We've just launched a Sponsor a Survivor program, very similar to your Sponsor a Student program, where we actually have 26 survivors in Sierra Leone that go through vocational training. Sponsoring a survivor is only $3.33 a day, pays for their training, materials, a monthly stipend, medical and counseling. So really helping them to move on to the next level. And that's easy to get to, sponsораsurvivor.org. Unsilenced Voices as a whole, though, in Sierra Leone, we help 2 villages, roughly about 1,400 people. We work with sex workers. There's roughly anywhere between 50 to 70 sex workers that we see every month. We work with the brothel, We work in the city of Bo, so about 4 hours from Freetown. In Rwanda and Ghana, we have partner organizations. We actually are pulling back from those 2 countries for now, just so that we can increase our stability in Sierra Leone, and then also the United States. So last year, we were able to gift $33,000 to US survivors that they were able to use for transportation, relocation, childcare needs. As you can see, we have an event coming up October 17th. Barbara is on our website right now, and it's called Drive Out Domestic Violence. And you can find it at driveoutdomesticviolence.com, also on our website, unsilencedvoices.org. This is a golf event. So hopefully we are locking in a celebrity golfer that comes in, and we will be able to have 72 golfers, and we'll be driving out domestic violence and really raising even more awareness about this really horrific issue that happens to men and women and children, whether you are Black or white or Asian. It has no discrimination. And we're really, really hoping to sponsor all 26 of our girls, and then also the remaining 50 to 75 on that wait list. So I know I'm taking a lot of the time talking. However, I do want your audience to know that whatever it is that you're going through, whatever you feel in your heart that you need to do, or you have a calling to do, jump in and do it. Just put one foot in front of the other, and know that you're not alone. There are so many things and so many opportunities for you where you have mentorship, and you can have a counselor or a therapist or just somebody on your side that can help you break through and get through some of this. Yes. So Barbara's actually looking at our past event. So I say event. We had a mission trip just this past February to Sierra Leone. We filmed a TV show with the Fixers. So the Fixers is on BYU. And this is their 4th season. We will be airing our TV show in October. So super excited about that. It's an hour-long show, and it's all about Sierra Leone and what Unsilenced Voices is doing there.
Wow. I'm just looking. This is amazing, simply amazing. Well, now I wanted to ask you, Michelle, with because I know you take volunteers. Like you said, you're looking at people's time if they have time, and you're taking donations. And you did talk about sponsoring the person. And I just want people to know, you heard her say just $3 and $3.33 per day.
A day. Yeah.
A day. That you put Starbucks. I was about to say that. I said, put the coffee to the side, or the Coke pop, or whatever you drink, tea. You can go for it with a little bit to help a survivor, to help somebody that's really in need. And see, it doesn't cost that much. A lot of people feel like they have to put all this money up, and it just takes just a little. $3, look what it's doing for a person.
Yeah, and you know, that creates a domino effect of change. So if you come in and you sponsor one survivor, that survivor now is an advocate for other survivors. And it really encourages other young girls, primarily in Sierra Leone, to really open their mouth to break through the challenges that they experience. And we have a lot of survivors that are from trafficking. We've got a lot of survivors from childhood abuse and traumas. So it's absolutely amazing. And $3.33 a day is actually less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks. I know it's like $5 for a frappuccino or something like that now, which is absolutely insane. But what I can do is, if you're watching from the United States, now if you're not in the US, this won't be applicable to you, but if you are watching from the US, it's easy to get information. Go ahead and text UV, as in Unsilenced Voices, UV, to 26786. Again, text UV to 26786. And you'll go ahead and stay on our roster, get some information about Unsilenced Voices, and even receive a free gift. So please make sure, and again, UV to 26786. If you are international, just visit our website at unsilencedvoices.org. Again, unsilencedvoices.org.
And we will make sure that we'll post that in our caption.
Okay.
Michelle. So Michelle, make sure that you can get that to me, and I want to make sure we post that. So I also just want to show your real quickly. I want to show your website so people know exactly where to go. So it's right there under there. They can see that. And now one more thing. Because I know because of time, but one more thing I wanted to ask you is, I want to take myself down for like 30 seconds, and I just want you to share anything else that you would like the viewers to see, and then we'll bring you back up and make sure they know how to contact you again. Okay. So I'll be right back.
Perfect. So, hey, everybody, this last piece of advice that I would love to give to you, I typically end interviews with this, but if you've ever seen the movie Finding Nemo, Finding Nemo is an animated movie, but I love it. And the reason why I love this movie so much is Dory is a fish, the blue fish. Actually, Ellen DeGeneres is the voice of this fish. And she swims around and gets lost all the time. She doesn't know where she's going. She bumps into things. However, the one thing that she always consistently says to herself is just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. And I want you to know that you can just keep swimming, because your voice matters and you matter. And you are not what you've gone through. However, you get to decide and define what those experiences mean. So super excited about being here. Thank you so much, Barbara. And thank you to everybody who is watching.
Well, I just want to say, Michelle, thank you again, and your family. As I always say, every time we bring a nonprofit on, if you have anything else coming up, if you want to come back and discuss in more detail on some things that you're doing in your world, you're just saving so many people's lives. You're that lighthouse to the world, especially when it comes to domestic violence. We all know of that. Either we know somebody or we went through it ourselves, as you know, Queen Michelle has, and I have too. So we just want to let you know it's out there, it's real, and people need help. And this woman is doing that with her organization. So thank you so much, lady. And technically, like I said, please, you are family now, and you can come back anytime. And everybody, there's the website, and we will put the other information that Michelle said. So if you want to go directly to that, and make sure you sponsor a person that costs that much. So thank you again, Michelle. You take care.
You too.
My name.
Although it may seem a little mundane, packing up boxes and, being on the assembly line, what we're really doing is putting in hundreds of hours into the people on the streets who need us. And they need us in a way that none of us will ever understand. And for the last couple of weeks, I've been on the grounds every day. They know we're coming today. They know we're coming tomorrow. and they look forward to seeing us because we're the one little bit of hope that they have, to have a warm meal in their bellies and to know that somebody in the world is actually caring for them and loving them. And without people like you showing up today to give your time, your energy, and your spirit, none of this is possible. So I want to really say thank you to everyone, because what we're doing here today may seem small, but it's actually really, really big, and it's impacting hundreds and thousands of families. So I thank you, I love you, I look forward to doing this with you today.
My name is Serena Bufalino, and I am the founder of Help Heal Humanity. Help Heal Humanity is a charity that is focused on unconditional giving, love, and support to some of the most vulnerable communities in the world.
Take out my observation. Take out my observation. Take out my observation.
You was jamming and you're on mute. There you go.
Yeah, I'm muted.
You was like,
Yeah, I was like, wow, that is amazing that you did that. Thank you so much, Barbara.
more to come, more to come. You know me. I would like to be full of surprises. Yeah, we have to see, I wanted to show that because this is what we're going to go right into. Well, first of all, thank you to Michelle for her organization. As you can see, Serena, it's
I have so much to say and comment. But like you said, our show ends soon and we don't have a lot of time. But I mean, again, domestic violence, like she said, is what, 1 in every 5 people? It happens. It happens more regularly than many of us would ever want to admit. And it happens to the best of us, right? So there's so many powerful, strong women out there who are running companies, who are, doing amazing things in the world, and yet they're going home to sometimes very, very abusive situations, mentally, physically, emotionally. And like I said, I've spent the last month in my classroom just talking about healthy versus unhealthy relationships. And it's really unfortunate, especially as the times are changing and the social media and expectations and, children, I guess, young adults, maybe even older adults, just really not always understanding what they're about to get themselves into and how circumstances end up becoming. And again, just, how this, I kind of call it a game, works, because a lot of the people who are the abusers, they're treating you like gold for the beginning of the relationship, or, I have circumstances happening around me right now where they're kind of luring you in, and, and they're like, oh my God, look at what he bought me today, and look what I got, and oh, this is so amazing, we went on vacation, and it's like, no, slow down. Like, in a few months from now, you're going to have to somehow repay these services. You're going to have to somehow, own up, and then you're going to catch yourself in a very, very, very ugly situation. And it's funny because, I think in the beginning, some of the clients and the students and the people that I've served have looked at me like
I'm almost being a Debbie Downer, and then I'm on the phone and I'm talking to the police and I'm I'm going to court because I saw the progression of what happened. I saw, the person in the beginning and they were so energetic and vibrant and in control. And then you slowly see the people get worn out, torn down, lose themselves, their mental health. And it's so prevalent in the world. It's happening everywhere. And I think a lot of time we don't even see it coming. So I think, again, focusing on exactly domestic violence and human trafficking and trying to spread education is huge. So, yeah.
Well, I commend you, Queen, for teaching the youth at an early age so they know what to look for. And I know you said Debbie Downer, but you're being real and you're trying to save lives right now. So when you think of it like that, I'd rather for you to do that because it's so important and it's so much, like you said, you can get, I mean, I'm an adult and I got caught up in it. So I know with the child, giving things, being nice, doing everything for you and everything. And we're not trying to say that you can't have a healthy relationship where, your boyfriend, girlfriend, or spouse is doing those things and it's going to turn into domestic. I mean, sometimes it's a beautiful relationship all the way through, but you have to see those signs. There's signs. And you have to really be, cognizant of what's going on in that relationship.
Yeah. And it's true. It's, for those who don't really know how our organization started, it did start in my classroom, working with vulnerable communities, working with, at risk or, again, extreme vulnerability, students who are struggling. And it was through the students in my classroom and the kind of programming that we ran that we empowered ourselves and we educated ourselves. And we learned that regardless of our circumstance, of our crises, we can turn that and spin that into something good. And now we are helping other people. And I think in through that, our charity has grown, it's flourished, and that's what it's all about. It's just sending messages of hope and opportunity and love. And that's what we're going to do with our upcoming event so that we can raise funds to be able to keep our students and our communities alive as best they can, especially during this financial crisis all over the world.
Yes. Now, I want to, before you get into that, I just want to just remind people, if they're just chiming in, you're with the Help Heal Humanity show with Queen Serena and Mrs. Queen Barbara J. Beckley. I usually always just tell people other queens. I never call myself a queen when I'm calling other people queens. So I need to start doing that, right, Serena? Get on me. I know.
Everybody, you're the queen. You're the queen of all queens.
Queens. And we're here basically every first and third Thursday to come on to spread the love, tell you what's going on in this wonderful organization called Help Heal Humanity, and also to shed a little light on some other organizations that are doing things for the world, being a lighthouse to the world. Because like we said earlier, we're all a community and we all come together because we're all trying to help somebody else, and that's what the important part is. So Serena, I want you to get a little bit into, because some things that's going on within the organization, and I don't want to spoil the surprises, so I'll let you take it on.
Okay, so we have our upcoming 4th annual Bike Ride for Humanity, and basically what that is again, it's for me, it's bike riding, and sometimes it's yoga, but it's really turning something, one of your passions and something that you love doing, into a fundraising event. So I love being healthy, staying active, riding my bike. And one year I just decided to jump on my bike and said, hey, I'm going to ride my bike, from the Toronto CN Tower to Niagara Falls, both of them being monumental buildings here in Ontario, Canada. And, I just did it, really not a ton of training. And then, the first event brought in maybe $3,000 or $4,000. Again, this is a one-day event doing what I love. So it wasn't like very hard for us to organize or put together. And then the second year it was like $10,000 and a few more riders. And then last year, again, with the economy, we went down a little bit. It was like $8,000. And now this year is our 4th annual one. It's happening again. I'm excited about it because we are promoting it ahead of time. We're giving riders a chance to ride. We're also doing a like do it yourself bike ride for humanity. So for example, if you are in if you're in Chicago, if you're in LA, if you're in Canada, if you are in Europe, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. If biking, cycling is something that you enjoy doing, it doesn't have to be, we're doing 130 kilometers. It could be 20 kilometers. Just on September, you can do it the same day as we are, which is September 23rd. You can ride with us. Well, maybe we'll have a link where people can, take a video, send in their videos, and we can kind of see if we can make this bigger than just, me riding my bike. And we're just trying to promote this. Get involved, spread the word. If you know cyclists, pass it on to cyclists. If you want to do it yourself, if you want to organize it yourself, we can give you the material. And again, it's for me, I believe it's a very easy way for us to raise funds and awareness for our charity. I will say, for the first time ever, funding has been harder than usual. Multiple reasons, obviously our economy and this kind of financial global crises with an increase in costs for everything that we go through, like our groceries, our gas, our day-to-day, everything has increased. And so because people are finding it financially difficult to sustain themselves, it's very difficult to step out and help others. So this bike ride again is a way for us to increase our funding, pass along the word, get some corporate sponsorship, make t-shirts. We're having a big celebration party. I mean, in Toronto, Ontario after the event. So we're inviting the riders to come with their friends and their families, and we can also make just the event a fundraising event, the after party a fundraising event. There'll be prizes. And again, 100% of the money, the funds raised towards this particular event is going to support student sponsorship in Haiti. Haiti is, again, one of the poorest countries in the world. It's currently and has been for years going through civil unrest, political unrest. It's a very scary, dangerous place to be. There's millions of beautiful, beautiful people in Haiti who just by fact of where they were born are already disadvantaged in life. And so we want to give as much opportunity as we can. And this is why we support education. We believe education is the most powerful tool to help kids and communities grow into future leaders. And so, yes, so ride your bike, go for a walk, have a dance party, have a dinner party, do whatever it is you love doing. Do it on the same day as us, or contact us and do it on another day, and we'll see if we can come out and support. And again, this is for us to raise funds and awareness for student sponsorship in Haiti. And hopefully you will spread the word, you will share with your family, friends, and community. And it's something that we can all do together. And all you need is a bicycle and a little bit of heart and some endurance, and we make the world a better place.
Amazing, amazing. And I just want to add to that because Serena did a wonderful job telling you what's going on for September. So 2 things. First, we're giving you a lot of time here. We're in June. Okay. There's a lot of ways that you can be a part. Serena, don't do that. To be a part of this wonderful bike ride for humanity. And you know what? We're calling it a bike ride because that's what they're going to be doing where Serena's at, but you can do it. And what's so nice about it, if you do it on the same day, around maybe even the same time zone, if you're walking, if you're running and walking, that's okay. If you have your bike, that's even better. But we don't want people to stop just because maybe they don't feel like bike riding or they don't have a bike. And I don't want that excuse. Well, I don't have a bike, so I'm not going to do it. No, you have 2 feet. And even if you don't want to run, you can walk swiftly, right? All about that. Swiftly.
Or you can just dance.
Yeah,
you can dance for humanity.
Now you know what? Now that you said this, Serena, I'll be doing that for 6 hours a day because I love to
There
take
you go. There you go. And if we always say, like, to some people, if you can collect some funds and people can donate to whatever it is that you're doing, it can be any small amount, it can be a large amount, but if you do raise $500, you are providing a full year of student sponsorship for one child to attend school with textbooks, uniforms, um, some meal plans, exam fees, school fees, and all of our donors, we just put out our report cards. And I love, like, every time we put them out, and again, that's, a lot of time and energy into keeping our donors and our sponsors updated. They always say, I love these updates. I love these updates. And there's certain sponsors who have sponsored their student for 4 or 5 years now. And they have a collage of, like, when they were in kindergarten and now they're in grade 5. And, we make sure that we report to you 4 to 5 times a year. So you see directly where your money's going. You see the report card, you see the date on the report card. And again, we just want to make sure that anybody who is doing this, you're doing this strictly for the children. There is no paid staff at Help Heal Humanity. We believe in kindness. We believe kindness can change the world. So if you take this action and you feel the need to give back, do whatever you can. Every little bit helps, and we'll keep you updated and posted. And then we can all tune in live and share our experiences of the little and or the big things that we did to help heal humanity.
Yeah. And just, it's funny because as you're talking, I'm getting, I get the creative ideas going on what we can do. So when we have this in September, we're going to have, like, I want to call it an after party here on the show. Help Me on the show. We'll invite some of the bikers or people that want to come in, talk about their experience, talk about how much, they kind of came together as a community, just, having that just togetherness. And we're going to do that because we want to celebrate. Just because you're not where they're basically doing the biking, that's okay. That's why this is called streaming TV. We get a chance to bring in people from around the world that helped to make it to us to make those the money to go towards these wonderful children in Haiti. Yeah. Yep. So and also just want to let people know too, I'm thinking about trying to figure out what I'm going to do, but I am going to set up like a page, have the link to HHH, and I'm going to be doing a walk that day. I'm going to same time that they're biking, because I have a bike right now. So I said I'm not going to make that as an excuse. So I will be walking. And I'm going to ask people to basically please donate, same time, everything. So we're all coming together, even though we're in different areas of the world.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I think right now we're going to beg everybody on our board, in whatever country, state you're in, be prepared at the next board meeting. Your task is going to be, if Barbara can walk and I can ride, you can do something too. And all of us can get our friends and our families involved. And then, like, again, just as I decided to do this, you can be the catalyst for change. You can be the leader in your community, and you can say, come on, let's do this together. It'll be fun. And not only is it fun, but you're giving back and you're really making a world of difference. So this is what it's all about.
And that's what it's all about, like Serena said. And another thing, just to add to the walking and bike riding, I mean, they're doing a certain mile, so they're doing. If you walk, let's say you walk for an hour, or just walk for 30 minutes. I mean, at least do 30 minutes. I'm just going to ask that much or more. But I'm just saying that you did it for the cause, for the children, because what we're trying to do is bring that so we can feed the children. We can have their education there. They can't do it on their own. And like Serena said, it is very hard, especially when it comes to Haiti right now. They didn't ask for that. They came out. They did not ask for the surrounds that they're in right now. So we're trying to be that comforter of support for them.
And again, this is a great learning opportunity for parents to educate their students about, to educate their kids about, hey, look how fortunate we are. We get to go for a bike ride today. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to bike ride to help kids that would never have an opportunity to have a bike ride. Kids who don't have a roof over their head. Kids who don't get food every day. And kids who, unless we do this bike ride, might not get a chance to go to school. So I love that every moment we have is a learning opportunity.
and to teach our kids at a young age that they actually are born and have the ability to impact the world. And it starts just with little steps and little petals and little strides.
Just little steps. I mean, it took one person from HHH to start this a wonderful organization, which is Serena. So it just sometimes takes one person to make a big, big, big instrumental change in the world. And Serena, I always commend you for that, because you do take the time. It's your life, it's in your blood, and you show up every day. So thank you, lady, for being an example for us.
Yes, and we do it together because I know I can't do it alone.
No, yeah. She found that out. Even though she, she's all over the place. I feel like she's just popping in everywhere. We need to multiply her. So, lady, thank you so much. Always, it's a pleasure to always co-host with you on the show. Let everybody know the next show will be, because like I said, we did first and third. So July 6th, I know it's right after the holiday, in the U.S., but we will be on Thursday. And again, if you just want to come on, if you're a nonprofit organization, come on, we'll spotlight you for a little bit. Or if you just want to come and just hang out with us, I mean, we're cool, right? We're cool. And just talk about, sorry, why you're saying.
We are so cool, Barbara. I am cool.
You just see your face like, yeah. I just love you. So with that said, we will see you in July. Have a wonderful rest of the month of June. And always remember to always just show just a little bit of love if you can every single day. Do a check-in and just let people know that you're thinking about them, and we're thinking about you. Thank you, Serena. See you next week.
Thanks, Barbara. Bye, everyone.
Take out my observation. Take out my observation. Take out my observation.